Okay, so Qigong, Qi is energy, Gong means cultivation, right? So what we're doing is cultivating, but in order to cultivate, we have to connect first to the energy that's all around us, meaning, and literally it's universal, and to the energy inside of us. I think that many times people forget that humans are animals and we're part of everything. And deeply, yeah, deeply interconnected with everything. Okay. Have you done any yoga before or anything like that?
A little, yeah.
Okay. So the reason that I ask, hi Shivani, the reason that I ask is because they're similar. You know, they're mindful movements. Qigong utilizes energy centers through the body, very much like yoga does. Yoga uses, the terminology would be chakras, like an energy center. Have you heard of that word before? Chakra? Yeah. So a very similar concept. In Qigong, they're called Dantians. And the three main Dantians are the lower Dantian, which is associated with the root of us feeling grounded. And then there's the middle Dantian, which is our heart. And then there's the upper Dantian, which is the Shan, and it's associated with the heavens, all of the energy of the sun and the moon and the stars, right? And in this practice, one of the things that we do is we kind of practice photosynthesis, right? Plants have like the greatest superpower ever. So what we do is we connect to the energy of the stars and help it to fuel us and to nourish us, as well as the energy of the earth. And this isn't like some new age bullshit stuff, like this is actually the energy of the earth, the electromagnetic of the earth, which is moving through us all the time. All right. So we just connect. And connecting is a beautiful, it's a beautiful antidote to all of the disconnection that has occurred and is occurring and creates more suffering. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Shivani, it's nice to see you. I'll send you a message after class. Yeah. All right. Let's start off with just some simple breath work. Okay. I'm going to take my sweatshirt off because it's funny. Like I start talking about connecting to energy and then I start to get hot. So if you're seated in a chair or on a cushion, like I am, right? What we're going to do is find our seated mountain, right? The place that no matter where we are, we can kind of drop into, in which we are feeling, not just feeling, but being stable. Okay, if you're seated on a chair, you can find that your feet are parallel and hip width apart, and you can kind of come away from the back of the chair a little bit. That's it, Melanie. Knees are over the ankles. Okay, if you're on a cushion like I am, you can internally rotate the flesh of the right thigh and then the left. And this will kind of help you to have a more kind of firm connection with your sit bones. And we're going to start off by combining movement and breath, right? Just some simple seated cat-cows. So take your hands are going to be on your knees. Inhale and round your spine. And then exhale, pull your chest through. Okay, we're going to do that a couple more times because connecting with the energy of the spine is really important. So inhale, round. And go slowly, slowly, slowly. Maybe you can feel and see each vertebrae. And then exhale, pull your chest through. And when you're here, see if you can connect to the energy of your heart rising. And then inhale, pull your chest through. I just cracked my back. That was awesome. And then again. Exhale, take a little back bend. And in fact, what I'm going to ask everybody to do is just pause here for a moment and notice the quality of mind that arises when your chest is open. Okay, and think about that. And then inhale, round the spine and pause. You can really let your head drop down and notice the quality of mind that arises as we're more in a closed state. And then one more time, undulates through the spine, inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, just come back to a neutral spine, lifting the chin up. Okay. How we are with our bodies is how we are with everything, right? And our bodies affect our minds, and our minds affect our bodies, right? If you guys know, like, think about all the times you start thinking about something. I was doing this when I was meditating just before class. I was noticing where I was holding aversion, right? Pushing something away out of anger or frustration. I was noticing where I was holding it in my body. And then I was noticing where I was experiencing attachment in my body, right? And they become habituated, where we don't even, we're like, why am I holding, like, think about all the times you're talking to somebody and you're like, why are you making a fist? And they're like, oh, like they don't even recognize it. Right, so that's part of the trick of this, is recognizing what we're experiencing in our bodies, how it's affecting our minds, right? Think of all the people you know that get hangry. And then also how stress and worry affect our bodies, right? So it's this back and forth, right? And we pay attention to them moment by moment by moment by moment, so we're not reacting to them. Okay, we'll do a little bit more seated practice here. All right, so come back to your seated mountain. Right, when we begin to align the body, we align the mind. So broaden the collarbones, lift up your sternum. Okay, find your feet. If you're on a chair, see if you can, again, make them parallel, hip width apart, toes are facing forward. Okay, and then if you're not so sure, look down. Check your feet out. I'll do a little spinal twist here, okay? So take the left hand to the right knee, take the right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine up. Exhale and twist. And if you're seated, try to keep both knees over the ankles. Don't let them come into the midline. And also notice what happens if you're in a meditation cushion. Try to keep the hips forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. Okay, and when you get right to just kind of the ultimate version of the twist, then turn the head. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale, kind of rotate the other way. Exhale, press the back of the right hand against the left knee. Take a counter twist. And roll that right shoulder open, right? This is all very simple work, but it's not. Okay, pause here. Find your liver. Maybe notice what color it is. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale and pause. Okay. Drop your awareness into your spine. Notice what you're noticing. Again, remembering that if you're not noticing anything, that's still a noticing. Okay. And now, if you're seated cross-legged like I am, crisscross your legs the other way. Okay. We don't want to make the habituated pattern of always sitting with one leg in front of the other. Okay. And it might feel very strange. Now we'll do the other side. So take the right hand to the left knee, Left hand behind you, right? Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. That's it, Melanie. Again, notice what your knees are doing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, untwist yourself, unravel yourself. Exhale, come to the other side. Press the back of the left hand against the right knee. Roll the left shoulder open. And then inhale back to center. Okay, pause and notice. Drop your awareness into your spine. See, again, notice what you're noticing, but maybe perhaps now it feels a bit more balanced out. Okay, take your hands on your knees. And so here's another thing that is interesting to play with, right? And how the body affects the mind. With your hands on your knees, pause and notice. Feel the quality of the fabric under your right hand. Okay, bring your awareness to each finger. Feel the quality of the fabric or your skin, perhaps, underneath the left hand. Feel each finger. And then inhale, turn the palms up. And exhale slowly. And notice the quality of mind that arises when the palms are up. Okay, so when you're doing a seated practice, sometimes if you're sleepy, turning the palms up may help. Okay, also if you have monkey mind, turning the palms down may help, right? What we do with our hands really is an extension and flows into the rest of our bodies. Okay, and we'll play with that a little bit more too. Right? Like the trick is to notice as much as possible everything. All right, we're going to come and stand. And again, if you can, right, to kind of continue with your agility as we luckily get older, try and stand without using your hands. So I know my energy is pretty kind of depleted. So I think today what we're going to do is just not do a shake. Because sometimes doing a shake actually takes a lot of energy. We'll come back to a shake next week. Let's start with our mountain, all right? So standing mountain. Feet are parallel or hip width apart, right? Depending upon, I mean, they are always going to be parallel, but they're either going to be together or hip width apart. So depending upon the shape of your pelvis, the shape of the head of the femur, whatever you got going on, okay? And if you're not sure if they're parallel, look down. Lift up the lower ribs, smooth down the lower back. Broaden the collarbones, lift up the sternum. And let's do this. Inhale, make fists. Exhale, release. Right? Reaching your fingers into the earth. And again, inhale, make fists. Exhale, release. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, make fists. Rotate the fists outward. And now unfurl yourself finger by finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the palms outward like you were pressing against a wall. And notice how that movement moves up the arms, into the chest, down to the feet. Okay. So we're noticing connection. Okay, press, 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 press. And then release. I'll do it one more time. Inhale, press, 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 press. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to the side. Inhale, step out to the right. Okay, we'll do a little warm up with the three treasures. And then we'll go, I think we're definitely gonna do looking for the moon in the sea and maybe eagle, because it's kind of nice. So this is a horse stance, feet are parallel again. You can make it super deep or more shallow. I think mine's gonna be a little bit more shallow today. And then my hands, my palms are facing the lower dantian. This is what we call the nourished position. And you want to make sure that you're not collapsing in your upper body, right? So roll the shoulders back, draw up on the pelvic floor. That's the earthly doors. Okay. And when I say that, like, play with it, right? Experiment, draw up, release. There's a difference energetically. Okay. Also, pelvic floor is really important for women, especially as we get older, right? So you want to try and engage that as much as possible. That's it, Danny, nice. Pause here. And then the heavenly gate, right? The crown of the skull is open. So pause for a moment, connect to the energy moving up into your body, because it is. Connect to the energy moving down into your body, because it is. And now, inhale, lift the arms up, come to bear pose. Good, exhale. I'll show you what bear pose looks from the side. And this is a lovely practice to do sometimes. We've kind of talked about this, right? So I don't want to overarch my lower back because it feels like crap. Slightly tucking the pelvis. This is bear. And sometimes one of the practices that we do is we hold this for 20 minutes. We're not going to do that today. Yeah, we've done this before a little bit, right, Mary? In my bear pose, and in your bear pose, yeah. Melanie, you can turn to me, or you can stay where you are, whatever works for you, right? Be in your bear. Okay, now I want you to imagine that the space between your fingers, that's your sternum now. This is your bare chest. So inhale, press out a little bit. And exhale, let the hands come in a little bit. Inhale, press out. Exhale, let them come in. Okay. If you feel comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed or just softly lower your gaze. We'll do this for a few more breaths, okay? Inhale, pressing out. Okay, pause. Find your back ribs. Find the right side, the left, and then exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press out. Earthly doors closed. Heavenly gate is open. Okay, connect to all of the energy flowing into you and also out of you. Exhale. Okay, again, inhale. Energy flowing into you, perhaps in the form of all of the wisdom and compassion of all of the Buddhas, the holiest beings. It flows right into your chest, into your heart. And now exhale. Watch it flow outward. Okay, we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, right? Buddha energy flowing into you. Exhale, Buddha energy flowing out of you. Okay. Inhale, bring your hands back to the lower dantian. Okay. Imagine if every moment, every thought, every word, every deed was filled with that energy flowing outward. Because it can. Perhaps it already is. Let's play with the 3 jewels, 3 treasures. Inhale. Bring the arms up to the chest. Roll the shoulders back. That's it. Nice smelling. Now, hands up to the sun. Exhale. Arms are a little bit bent. Okay, practice photosynthesis. Feel the energy of the sun and the moon and the stars flowing into your hands.